Hello and welcome to listeners. This is Mahatma Gandhi Letters, an approach to understand Mahatma Gandhi's life through the letters and articles he has written. So far, we have seen how Gandhi gradually emerged as the leader of Indian-origin immigrants' revolution in South Africa. As we already know, Gandhi had received his education in Britain. Therefore, he had little faith in British governance and values of Christianity. He wanted to pursue his appeals through disciplined legal procedures. Apart from that, he decided to get the help of Indians who had influence on the British government to support this revolution. Then, the name came to his mind was the man who was admired as Grand Old Man of India, Dadabai Navrooji. Let's discuss that in the next episode. But before that, in today's episode, let's look at two letters of Gandhi, one to the Governor of Natal and another as a petition to the Council of Natal, opposing Franchise Law Amendment Bill. Deputation to Natal Governor, Durban, July 8, 1894. To His Excellency, the Honourable Sir Walter Francis Hely Hutchinson, KCMG, Governor and Commander-in-Chief in and over the colony of Natal, Vice Admiral of the same, and Supreme Chief over the native population. May it please Your Excellency, at a meeting held on the 1st July 1894 of leading Indians in Durban, we were requested to await Your Excellency's pleasure with regard to the Franchise Law Amendment Bill, which was read a third time last evening in the Legislative Assembly of the Colony of Natal. The bill as it stands disqualifies every Indian, whether a British subject or not already on the voters' list, from becoming a voter. We venture to say that, without any further qualification, the bill is manifestly unjust and would work very harshly at any rate upon some Indians. Even in England, any British subject having the proper qualifications is entitled to vote, irrespective of caste, color, or creed. We would not deal at length with the question here, lest we should trespass too much upon Your Excellency's courtesy, but would beg leave to present Your Excellency with a printed copy of the petition addressed to the Honourable Assembly and request Your Excellency to peruse it carefully. To us, our cause seems to be so just that it should not need any arguments to support it. We trust that Your Excellency, representing Her Most Gracious Majesty the Queen Empress, will not sanction a measure that would seem to lay down that an Indian British subject of Her Majesty can never become fit to exercise the franchise. We hope to send a proper petition to Your Excellency through the regular channels about the matter. We thank Your Excellency very much for granting the deputation an interview in Durban and for Your Excellency's courtesy and patience. M.K. Gandhi and 6 others. Dear listeners, this was a brief letter deputation to Natal Governor. Second article today is Petition to Natal Council Durban, July 4, 1894. The Honourable Mr. Campbell presented the following petition addressed to the President and members of the Legislative Council. The petition of the undersigned Indians resident in the colony of Natal. Humbly shukth, that your petitioners have been appointed by the Indian community resident in this colony to address this humble petition to your Honourable Council with regard to the Franchise Law Amendment Bill, which was read a third time on the 2nd July in the Honourable Legislative Assembly. Your petitioners, instead of setting forth herein their grievances at length, respectfully beg to refer your Honourable Council to the petition made by the Indians to the the Legislative Assembly regarding the bill, a printed copy of which is annexed hereto for ready reference by the Honourable Members. The petition has been signed by nearly 500 Indians. This was done in the short space of one day. Had the petitioners been given more time, from all the reports received from the various districts, they fully believe that at least 10,000 Indians would have signed it. Your petitioners were in hopes that the Legislative Assembly would see the justice of their prayer and grant it. But their hopes have been frustrated. Your petitioners, therefore, have ventured to approach your Honourable Council with a view to induce the Honourable Members to give close attention to the petition hereinbefore referred to, and to use your correctional power in consonance with justice and equity. Some of your petitioners undersigned had the honor to see some of the honorable members of the lower house in connection with the petition aforesaid, and they all seemed to admit the justice of the prayer contained in the said petition. But the general feeling seemed to be that it was addressed too late. Your petitioners, without going into the question, would respectfully submit that, assuming that it was so, the consequences of the bill becoming law would be so grave, and the prayer is so just and modest, that being too late should not have weighed with the honorable embers at all in considering the petition. Instances of bills being thrown out or modified under less imperative circumstances by the parliaments of civilized countries after they have passed through the committee stage would not be difficult to find. Your petitioners need hardly mention the instance of the House of Lords having thrown out the Irish Home Rule Bill and the circumstances under which it was so treated. The Franchise Law Amendment Bill as it stands is, your petitioners submit, so sweeping a measure that no Indian who is not already on the voters list, no matter how capable he may be, can become a voter if the bill becomes law. Your petitioners trust that your Honan Council will not endorse such a view, and will therefore send the bill back again to the Legislative Assembly for its reconsideration. And for this act of justice and mercy, your petitioners, as in duty bound, will ever pray. The Natal Advertiser, 5th July 1894. Dear listeners, this was the petition to Natal Council by Indian immigrants. As the letter says, 500 signatures were collected in such a short time of one day, and promising to get 10,000 signatures of Indian immigrants if given more time. In coming episodes, let's see if that humongous task was successful or not. Thank you for listening to Mahatma Gandhi Letters. This is an approach to understand Gandhiji's life through the letters and articles he has written.